Now, live at 5,
Containing the Greenwood fire, a look at firefighters' efforts.
Plus, local Red Cross volunteers head to the south to help those impacted by Hurricane Ida. And as the school year gets underway, we're headed to UMD to hear from students and staff about the changes they're expecting.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. It is already August 31st in Afghanistan, and the Pentagon has announced its military withdrawal is finished. Defense officials say the State Department will now take the lead. More than 6,000 Americans have been evacuated, and officials estimate that a few hundred are still there. Natalie Brand is at the White House with more.
I'm here to announce the completion of our withdrawal from Afghanistan and the end of the military mission to evacuate American citizens.
The Pentagon says the last U.S. military plane has departed Kabul's international airport, completing the U.S. withdrawal from a 20-year war in Afghanistan.
Simply because we have left, that doesn't mean the opportunities for both Americans that are in Afghanistan that want to leave and Afghans who want to leave, they will not be denied that opportunity.
Overnight, rockets that were launched towards Kabul's international airport were either shot down or failed to reach their target. The attempted attack came one day after the U.S. conducted an airstrike against an ISIS-K vehicle filled with explosives near the airport.
This strike prevented a high-profile attack.
The Pentagon is investigating reports of possible civilian casualties from the drone strike.
No military on the face of the earth works harder to avoid civilian casualties than the United States military.
Ahead of Tuesday's August 31st withdrawal deadline, the administration says more than 122,000 people have been evacuated from Afghanistan.
House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is calling on Speaker Nancy Pelosi to bring members back from recess this week. McCarthy wrote to fellow Republicans, Congress cannot stand idle while our troops are targeted, one day after 13 fallen U.S. service members were brought home. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
18 U.S. troops who were injured in last week's suicide attack outside Kabul's airport are receiving medical care in Germany. More progress to report on the Greenwood firefight, where weekend rain is helping crews get a better handle on the situation. Officials tell us nearly 2 inches of rain fell on the fire this weekend. It hasn't grown in 4 days, remaining at 26,000 acres with 14% containment. Improved weather is allowing crews to put out embers on the fire's edge and improve containment lines. They're also doing more structure protection around homes and cabins in the Isabella area in case it spreads that way. 468 people are helping fight the Greenwood fire. It was started by lightning on August 15th. During the run a week ago today, 71 buildings were destroyed, including 14 homes and cabins. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. An unforeseen obstacle as bears are starting to become a distraction and hazard for crews working on the Greenwood fire. Superior National Forest officials say teams are now having to mitigate bear damage. They say due to the amount of donations to fire crews, they have run out of storage space, forcing them to store food and other items on open pallets, and bears are being drawn to those pallets. The Forest Service is thankful for all the support, but asks all future items be donated directly to the Red Cross, local food banks, or local fire departments. The Forest Service will not be accepting any more donations at this time. At this point, the Greenwood fire is 14% contained, causing the Lake County Sheriff to lift evacuation orders in the Slate Lake area just east of Babbitt. CBS 3's Kendall Jarbo was at Highway 1 today, where more of the road is now open to the public. She has more on where the fire is contained.
Containment is on the northwest portion of the fire, which is this section of Highway 1. All around me, you will notice black, burnt, and dark areas. That's caused by intentional fire. Crews will burn the bottom portion of the land to stop the fire from spreading. It's called tactical firing operation, or back burning. This is what it looks like right here, but take a look at these photos. Someone who had to evacuate their cabin sent me today. These were taken along the northern portion of Highway 2. This is not back burning. You can tell because the burnt wood extends all the way up the trees and all around it. This is what crews have been working hard to avoid by establishing containment lines. The weather over the weekend allowed more people and heavy machinery on the ground, bolstering containment lines and stalling the fire spread.
So we have to tactically use the weather when we can, taking advantage of those opportunities that will allow us to do those sorts of operations.
Once the firing operation is complete, crews return to the landscape and go through the area looking for hot spots. That's what they call mopping up the fire. Now, when crews are sure they have cold, hard landscape just like this, that's what they call containment. So whenever you hear the word containment, that's what that means. They're sure the fire isn't going to spread anymore in that area. Some residents are allowed to return to their cabins at this point, but they must be in coordination with the Lake County sheriffs.
All right, thank you, Kendall. Coming up at 6, we'll hear from one of the evacuees who was returning to his property today. Forest officials are holding a public meeting tonight to share the latest about wildfires burning in the Boundary Waters. That starts at 6 o'clock at the Shap Community Center on the Gunflint Trail. That's not too far from where the John Eck fire is burning. This weekend's rain kept that blaze from growing. It's still estimated to be around 1,500 acres. Today, crews were out looking for more safe access points, laying houses, and looking for good places to install sprinkler systems. Also in the BWCA, the Whelp fire stayed steady at 50 acres this weekend. More firefighters went in to fight that blaze today. Lightning started both of these fires. And the dry conditions and wildfire risks forced St. Louis County to put some big restrictions on logging. That means all cutting and logging operations on county-managed lands have to stop. The county hopes this will prevent any logging machines from sparking a wildfire. We have more information about the restrictions on our website. Dave joins us now for a first check of the weather. Boy, Dave, what a sweet treat to have that rain this weekend. It was exciting.
It really was. Over the weekend, about 1 to 3 inches fell for most of our towns, and I'll show a map or a chart of totals from Sunday here in a few more minutes. But right now I want to start with the high temperatures because after such a long, hot summer, we're starting to fall back towards normal. Normal is 73, and that's what they got in Hermantown today. A little cooler than normal for much of northern Minnesota, a little warmer than normal for much of east central Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, and the UP down towards the middle of the pack there. Waters meet 73, for example. Temperature trends for the week ahead likely will be just like that in the 70s general, lower 70s. And for surface features on the upper Midwest weather map, dry tonight thanks to high pressure taking over our area. So we got the rain for the weekend. Now those twin highs will make it dry, probably through Wednesday. But a pair of lows connected by a trough out towards the Dakotas could bring us our next rain chance on Thursday. Short-term forecast says tonight, clear to partly cloudy sky with lows in the 50s for most towns, a little cooler for others. Tuesday, low 70s for the highs with a mostly sunny sky. But come Thursday, yes, more rain like I mentioned. Will be a lot or just a little. We'll talk about that with the 7-day forecast in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, the Hibbing Fire Department was chosen for a large assistance grant. How they plan to spend the money, up next in City by City.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, Local, CBS3.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Hi, I'm Deb. By April 2016, I had lost 85 pounds. It was a very easy program to do. Blood pressure has gone way down. I feel great.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Welcome back to Milkshake Mustaches, High Fives and High Dives, to 3-on-3s, 2-on-2s, and 1-on-1s. At Aspen Dental, we see all the moments that make us smile, so we make it easy to share your smile with convenient total care all in one place, and flexible hours that work with your life. Right now, new patients get a complete exam and x-rays free without insurance, and everyone saves 20% on their treatment plan. Welcome back to life's best moments. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL or book online today.
At Economy Garages, we build made to order. All the way from here to the Canadian border. We'll take all your rough ideas, turn them into your dreams. Economy of labor and time is what we're all about. come to the site. Call Economy Garages when you want it done right.
Your home improvement company has industry-leading materials and warranties on all of our window and bathroom products. We also certify all of our installers in our installation training center. Right now, we are offering 20% off all products and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Call us today or go online to book your appointment. If you want your project done right the first time, go with your home improvement company where it's your home made better.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Want to lose fat quickly? Lose up to 1 pound of fat a day.
Started my weight loss journey with Healthy Systems USA Easter weekend. By the end of October, I have lost 92 pounds.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Virginia tonight as portions of the Northland saw some much needed rain over the weekend. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. The rodeo is back in Superior and a summer send-off in Glidden. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start things off in Hibbing, Minnesota tonight, where the local fire department is celebrating after being chosen to receive a large grant. The award comes from the Assistance to Firefighters grant through FEMA, and they will be using the $32,000 to buy battery-operated hydraulic rescue tools. These new tools would allow firefighters to work in almost any condition without the need to be tied down to other hoses and pumps. Next, we head to Superior, where the community is gearing up for a fun Labor Day weekend. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Great Northern Classic Rodeo will return to Head of the Lakes Fairgrounds for 3 days of rodeo events for all ages and abilities. For professional cowboys and cowgirls, there will be the classic events like barrel racing and roping. And for the kiddos, there will be sheep riding, the watermelon crawl, and a calf chase. For details or tickets, you can head to our website. And we wrap up in Glidden, Wisconsin tonight, where they too are ready to bring the community together this holiday weekend. The Glidden Community Fair will run Saturday through Monday at Marion Park and features all kinds of events to enjoy the last weekend of summer. Saturday and Sunday are all about competitions, from softball to bags and even a mud run. Monday features events for all, including a car show, kids rides, and bingo. We will have the link for more information on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, cleanup is underway in Louisiana as Hurricane Ida pummeled the region over the weekend. 16 years to the day the infamous Hurricane Katrina came through. The details in just a few minutes.
Duluth Airport's rain over the weekend ran about 1.5 inches, so now for the month of August, the deficit's a little more than 1 inch. We sure knocked it down over the weekend. Will we take it down any more before September starts? I'll talk about the timeline for more precip coming up after the break.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call right now for your free book, and as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free, for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-816-8219. That's 800-816-8219.
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of, with classic creamy Reese's peanut butter cups and crunchy Reese's Pieces? Plus, you guessed it, peanut butter topping and chocolatey topping. All blended in world-famous DQ soft serve for a treat that takes your favorite combo to a whole new level. Wow, what a rush. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Pre-order your 2022 Lundboat at RJ Sport Cycle.
It's always a good day for a car wash at Miller Mall Car Wash. But just to be safe, watch Caitlin's Car Wash Forecast. Weekday mornings on CBS3 This Morning with meteorologist Caitlin Moffett. Sponsored by Miller Mall Car Wash. Only on live, local CBS3. CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Economy Garages. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Oh boy, did we get some good rain over the weekend. My scientific rain gauge on my back deck was bursting forth with joy, frankly, because we got some pretty decent totals. And this is just Sunday, not including Saturday or Friday night. Brimson, almost 2 inches here on the Minnesota side of life. Duluth, up over the hill, 1.1 inch. That's about what I got in my rain gauge as well. Deer River off towards the west, 63 hundredths isn't bad. And Babbitt, almost 0.6 of an inch. That's pretty good too. Into Wisconsin, Mason cracked 2 inches. Ashland got a hair over an inch, so did Superior. Ironwood, about 1/2 of an inch, so just like Deer River, that's not so bad. And coming up this week, we've got another rain chance, but frankly, I don't think what we're getting Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is going to add up to quite as much. Really more showers than anything else. Here's the current conditions now that high pressure's taken over. The sky is sunny for most towns, not all. And the current temp here in Duluth at the airport, 73 degrees, the normal high temp for this time of year. Relative humidity, 51%. Not high enough to really be sticky and uncomfortable, but high enough to help ease fire threats. We're doing all right. North wind currently is going 6 miles per hour, and our air pressure's just a hair indeed on the high side at 29.95 inches of mercury. Current temperatures, keeping in mind 73 is the benchmark for normal. We have a stripe of normal going from Cloquet to Hermantown and down to Park Point and up the shore towards Two Harbors. North of that, a little bit cooler than normal, only 68 in Ely. To the south, a little warmer than normal, 77 for Moose Lake and for Hayward. And, of course, our friends in the UP bubbling under just a little bit, 71 to 72 degrees in that stretch of our country. Similar range of temperatures just might be with us for the rest of the week. Doppler map right now shows twin highs in control of our area, so not much in the way of cloud activity, except for parts of the Arrowhead. And one thing you're going to notice on this map, no more alerts. We've shaken off, at least temporarily, the air quality alert, and the fire danger is more moderate than anything else right now and down towards low for many parts of Wisconsin and the UP. Still have to mind our P's and Q's, especially in Minnesota, but the biggest threat has faded away at least for a little while. I'm not going to say forever because twin highs will keep us dry through Wednesday and help dry us out once again. But that next rain chance is a pair of troughs of lower pressure off towards the west that could start to bring us some showers on Thursday, which may spill into Friday and also Saturday. But again, if they stay showers, we're not going to get the big downpours of the weekend. Tonight in Minnesota, the range of low temps will be in the 40s inland and upper 50s right by the lake. You know, north of Duluth towards the border, sprinkles are slightly possible from those clouds we just saw. Wisconsin, Michigan should be clear to partly cloudy, so dry there. Low temps 49 to 52. Tomorrow, sunshine, Wisconsin, Michigan, high 72 to 77. And Minnesota, about 70 to 77, mostly sunny sky. In general, that's the trend for much of the week ahead, discounting a little cool down on Thursday when we drop to 68 as that rain chance picks up. 40 to 60 to 30% shots Thursday through Saturday, and then back towards the sunshine quotient on Sunday, Kristen. So the weekend ahead may have a little bit of rain to start, but should finish on a sunny note.
Yeah, hard to believe Labor Day is right around the corner.
Oh, yeah,
here.
Next weekend, isn't it?
Yep, time sure flies. Thanks, Dave. Search and rescue efforts are underway in Louisiana to reach people trapped in floodwaters. Ida is now a tropical storm, but barreled ashore Sunday as a powerful hurricane, pounding the coastline with wind and rain and knocking out a large part of the state's electrical grid. So far, Ida is blamed for at least one death in Louisiana. Jason Allen reports from Baton Rouge.
The Louisiana National Guard launched Black Hawk helicopters early Monday to join search and rescue missions in the aftermath of Ida.
We're very heavily focused on life-saving and life-sustaining operations today.
Crews in Lafitte used airboats to rescue residents in coastal fishing communities.
Talked to one resident who's lived down there and has never had water in their house and actually had 8 feet last night.
Ida came ashore Sunday as a Category 4 storm. Before and after security camera video at Fire Station 12 in Delacroix shows just how fast water rose in the span of just an hour.
All of our levees performed extremely well, especially the federal levees. But at the end of the day, the storm surge, the rain, the wind, all had devastating impacts across southeast Louisiana.
In the heart of New Orleans, Ida toppled brick buildings and tore off awnings, but the city escaped widespread damage.
A lot of wicked winds. Luckily, no flooding. That's the main difference between this storm and Katrina.
Power and communication systems are still compromised.
Our 911 infrastructure right now is not operable. It's not just New Orleans, but the southern parishes in the state of Louisiana are experiencing an issue.
Whoa. Officials warn it could take a while to clear debris and restore electricity in the hardest hit areas. Jason Allen, CBS News in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
President Biden approved a major disaster declaration to expedite help for Louisiana. Well, the Northland is sending 3 local Red Cross volunteers to help clean up from Hurricane Ida. The volunteers from northern Minnesota hail from International Falls, Nashwauk, and Virginia. They arrived in Houston today and are on their way to Louisiana now. Owen Fifield, the Red Cross of northern Minnesota's disaster program manager, says the volunteers will be there to help feed people and find shelter for those who have lost their homes.
Sheltering is a huge need with as many people as are affected by this hurricane. Other things we're going to be doing are handing out emergency items, doing feeding.
Fifield says more volunteers from our region may be heading down to the Gulf Coast in the coming days and weeks to help with the relief efforts. It's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets. And today's pet comes to us from Northwoods Humane Society in Hayward. And today we have several pets to tell you about. The shelter took in a dozen dogs from a struggling pound in Oklahoma. Thanks to that move, these dogs will not be euthanized and instead are eager to find a loving new home in the Northland. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt one of these rescues, you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, UMD Bulldogs return to class today after a year of mostly online learning. We'll break down their COVID protocols after the break.
Fire threatens everything in its path. When it threatens our communities, we respond and we bring the fight to the front line. Find out more about serving your community part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Not all internet is created equal. If you want internet that's even faster than advertised, if you want Wi-Fi on Mega Blast, if you want enough power to power all the things, that's asking for more than a lot. That's demanding extreme, and you deserve it.
Hi, I'm Jimmy J.J. Walker. If you're on Medicare, listen to this. I called the 1-800 number to see what extra Medicare benefits I could get. An actual person answered, looked up my zip code, and boom, I was offered extra benefits like dental coverage, including dentures, extractions, fillings. Plus prescriptions, transportation, meals, and so much more, all at no additional cost. And then I asked about the benefit that adds money to my Social Security check. And get this, I'm entitled to an extra $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year added to my Social Security check. And I was like, dynamite! Call the 1-800 number on the screen and see what you may be entitled to. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-919-1340. That's 1-800-919-1340 now.
Let A1 Movers help bridge the gap from your old house to your new home. We have the tools for all of your relocating needs. Big or small, we move them all. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, we help get you where you need to go as safely and efficiently as possible. A1 Movers specializes in making hard work easier, saving you time and your back. To schedule your move, call or visit a1movers.org today.
Hi, my name is Dr. Jay Huber, and I am an internal medicine physician and a now regenerative medicine physician here in Duluth. I am owner of Novus Health Solutions. I have decided recently that regenerative medicine is a much more innovative and helpful role in improving the long-term health of patients. If you have chronic joint pain and traditional therapies have failed you, and you're wishing to have non-surgical relief of your pain, please contact us for your consultation concerning regenerative medicine.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota. As the most experienced robotic team in the Northland, we wanted to provide an alternative to the traditional surgical practices that the hospitals offer.
Robotic-assisted surgery allows more complex surgeries through small incisions with lower chances of infection.
We provide individualized and personalized care so you can have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker.
You can learn more online at mnsurgery.com or by giving us a call today.
Students are back on UMD's campus this week with new health and safety guidelines in place. The fall semester started today. All students are required to get the COVID-19 vaccine and wear a mask inside. Students are supposed to go online and submit the date and location of where they got vaccinated. But university spokesperson Lynn Williams says there's no process for verifying that information. Williams says 88% of classes this semester are in person, adding the university's biggest priorities are safety and having as normal of a semester as possible. We'll hear from students on what it means to be back coming up tonight. As Minnesota sees a spike in COVID cases, demand for hospital beds across the state is also high. The State Department of Health says 95% of ICU beds in Minnesota are full right now. Minnesota's health commissioner says the need extends beyond coronavirus patients. She says some patients put off other types of health care during the most intense parts of the pandemic and are now landing in the hospital. Essentia spokespeople weren't able to share their ICU bed capacity at this point. We also reached out to St. Luke's and did not hear back by news time.
A lot of news to cover tonight. Catastrophic devastation in Louisiana after Hurricane Ida slams into the Gulf Coast. More than 1 million without power, and why the worst of the flooding might still be yet to come. Plus, America's longest war comes to an end after the U.S. completely withdraws from Afghanistan. But what about the hundreds of Americans left behind? The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Looking for a new garage? Maybe a home or cabin show? Call Economy Garages to make your visions a reality. With over 40 years experience and over 9,000 buildings built for your friends and neighbors, you can trust us to get the job done right.
Call Economy Garages when you want it done right.
Mopping the dirt from your floor is a messy chore. Well, now you can spin away those germs with Floor Police, the lightweight and cordless power spin mop that scrubs away messes the fast and easy way. Just add any disinfectant, and at a speedy 100 RPMs, the microfiber pads do all the scrubbing so you don't have to. The secret is the powerful electric motor and rechargeable lithium battery that has 90 minutes of runtime. The swivel head can easily clean in and around obstacles and get deep under furniture. Plus, the pads are machine washable and reusable. Get Floor Police with 2 microfiber pads for just 2 easy payments of $29.99. But wait, call now and get 2 free scouring and 2 free polishing pads. But hold everything, because you can double the entire offer. Just pay separate fee, and we'll even ship it to you free. That's 2 Floor Police mops with pads, plus free shipping on your entire order. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-592-0163 or visit floorpolice.com. So call 1-800-592-0163 now.
Your home improvement company has industry-leading materials and warranties on all of our window and bathroom products. We also certify all of our installers in our installation training center. Right now, we are offering 20% off all products and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Call us today or go online to book your appointment. If you want your project done right the first time, go with your home improvement company where it's your home made better.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Monday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up tonight at 6. America's longest war is over. The Pentagon announced earlier this afternoon the military withdrawal from Afghanistan is finished. More than 2,000 Americans died in the 20-year war, including 13 last week in a suicide bombing at Kabul's airport. While the withdrawal is finished, officials say Americans and Afghans who still want to leave in the future will be able to do so. And coming up tonight at 6, we hear from a man who had to evacuate from his home as the Greenwood fires scorched the area last week. But today, he was able to return. His story and what comes next for property owners impacted by the fire coming up tonight on the CBS 3 News at 6. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.